talked about tools and we talked about adjustments. I wanted to take a minute and talk about masking. Masking is a powerful concept that you can use to show or hide different components, like different objects or different pictures. You don't have to show all of something, you can just show part of it, and that's what the mask is for. So, like for example, if I was to create an adjustment, a black and white, you can make some basic changes. If I didn't want the black and white to apply to the whole photo, but just part of it, that's where a mask can be used. Um, Down here on any of the adjustments, it automatically applies a mask, and you can see that's white. I click on it, and then you grab your brush, and you paint with either black or white. So if you paint with white, it will show. Notice that this entire mask icon is already white. So it's applying the black and white to all of it by default. If I switch this to black, black will hide. So white will show, black will hide. So if I start painting black, it will hide the black and white filter, meaning that it will show color. So if I was to zoom in a little bit, use the space bar to kind of have a hand to grab and pull over. Shrink this, I can now go through and paint color inside of the coffee cup. You can also make a selection of the area that you want to paint so that it will not go outside of the selection. In this case, I'm just doing this kind of roughly just for the sake of demonstration, so I'm not going to be as careful. Alright, I think that looks pretty good. I'm going to just now go around the middle. Alright. Okay, so there's our coffee. I'm going to hit Command 0 to fit the screen. So there you go. It's a black and white photo with a colored coffee. Now let's say that we wanted to apply a mask to a picture and not just an adjustment like this. I'm going to go ahead and actually apply the black and white back here in just a moment, but first I'm going to delete it and I'm going to pull in a picture. So place embedded, and here is a picture of an ocean wave. I'm going to shrink this down, move this over top of the coffee cup. I'm going to double click on it and name it ocean wave. Click enter. So I want to apply a mask to the ocean wave and have it hidden. So I'm going to click in this mask layer. I have black selected. If you don't ever have black and white, if you had some other color, for example, if this had red or gray, because it's black and white, I guess. If you click on this icon here, it will restore the default black and white. So I want to be on black. And I'm on my paintbrush and I'm clicked on the mask. So what that means is if I paint, it will start hiding things, in this case the picture. Alright, so you can see there it's now black, so it's not showing this picture in that part of the photo. I'm going to zoom in again, use the space bar to kind of center myself. I'm going to decrease the size of my brush, and just like before, I'm going to switch to white so it will show this layer, and I'm going to paint that back in. I'm going to use a smaller brush around the edges. Now I'm able to get close on this side. It looks like the other side, the gold color in the coffee, kind of gets really close to the cup. So it might cause a little bit of a color problem. Okay. If you go too far, you can switch back to black and then come back and fix the part that you mess up on. You can also switch these panels, these two color swatches, by clicking the X key. So just a little tip. I'm going to again show white so it will reveal the photo that I've masked. Yeah, right here it seems like that gold color is really close to the lip of the coffee cup, and I don't want to get rid of the coffee lip all the way, so I have to be careful. Okay, I'm going to use the X key and switch and try to clean up my coffee edge. Alright. It's not perfect, but it's decent. I'm going to go ahead and switch again, increase the size, and get the rest of this stuff in the middle. Alright, so now this area, you can see it's got that color. I don't like that necessarily. So let me see if I can apply an adjustment. In this case, I'm going to apply a black and white adjustment, and then I'm going to hide it. So it has a mask. I'm going to click that. I'm going to zoom out. So Command 0 to fit the screen. I'm going to apply the mask to the entire picture, and then I'm going to click to make this swatch black, increase my brush size, and then I'm going to hide it. So I have a black and white filter, but basically none of it is being shown. It's all masked and hidden. I only want to reveal the black and white filter in select areas. So I'm going to zoom back in to the coffee cup. And because of this tan color showing through, that's where I'm going to apply my black and white filter. So I have my brush. I'm going to make sure that this is small enough. I want to use white to reveal, and I'm just going to come in and where it's tan, I'm going to apply this. So you might be seeing that it's affecting the color of the water as well. And that makes sense, because if you look at the position of the adjustment layer that I'm working on, it's on top. This black and white is on top of the ocean, and it's on top of the background, so it's going to apply black and white to everything below it. Remember, the layers are stacked. So now if I was to go back out, you can see that part of the ocean is now black and white. How do you fix that? Well, if I move the black and white filter below the ocean, then it won't apply to the ocean. It'll only apply to the background. So now you can see that the tan color is missing. So that's great. There's another way you can do this. If you click Option and you click between two layers, it gives you this little symbol, and if you click that, it will only apply this adjustment layer to the layer below it. So that's another way to do it. So again, the order in which these are stacked is helpful. If this ocean is on top, then it will not be affected by the things below it. So anyway, that is ocean in a coffee cup. So that's the technique of masking. We're going to use that a lot. So that's why I wanted to cover that here. I think we're about at the place where we need to be to start working on our scrapbooking project. So we will do that next time. Until then.